Yes, guys. So welcome to today's mindset session. The chat is open. I will be opening up for a Q&A at the end. And also, I have streamed it via Facebook for anyone that still does struggle with Zoom in any way, shape, or form. Zoom just means we can keep the recordings. If anything goes wrong with Facebook, we don't lose it. And also, I can open up at the end of the chat for you guys to ask any questions. So also, you can also ask any questions on Facebook, and you can also pop them in the chat on here. Some people have still got their mics open. Matt's iPhone. Here we go. We'll start. Gordon's iPhone. I don't know. Actually, we have to let G-Man have his mic open, don't we? So the subject of today's live is, listen to this and take it home. Guys, you should be making notes on these as well, because this is what journaling is. You taking things away from these trainings, writing them down, and then reminding yourself of them daily. So this is the first one. You are the greatest project you will ever work on. And I want you to remember that. But we also need to remember, I need to remember, you need to remember, and I've slipped in and out of this year, and I'm doing a lot of work at the moment, a lot of work on myself that I want to pass on to you guys, which can take us all to an elite level of success in any area of life, in fun, finance, fitness, family, mental health, physical goals, and everything in between. So you are, I am, we are the greatest project we will ever work on, the most exciting project we will ever work on. But also, we are the only people that can do the work. And I need to be honest with myself here. And I think this is why you guys connect with the trainings, because I always am honest with myself. And I'm honest with you guys. There's a lot of areas in life at the moment where I haven't been showing up as the best version of myself. I haven't been giving 100%. I haven't been doing the work in certain areas. I've been avoiding certain areas of work. Someone just can see people dipping in and out of leaving, by the way. I guess some of you have gone back over to on Facebook, but someone just let me know in the comments that everything is loud and clear and you can hear me. I'm guessing you can. Luke Birch, morning team. Michael O'Regan, good morning. So I'm guessing we're loud and clear on Facebook and on Zoom. Somebody just confirmed that before I deliver a big training and we find out there's no volume. The subtitles are on anyway, so we can look back on it anyway. So you are the only person who can do the work. You are the only person that can create the success that you want, the results that you want, the results with your body and mind, the results with your physical health and mental health, the results with your wealth, with your business, your careers, your results with your family, the fun, the freedom, the impact. You are the only person that can do the work. Other people can guide us. Other people can point us in the right direction. Other people can give us the information. But we live in an information-rich society so far, to the fact where I think knowledge and information is what holds so many people back. And it certainly held me back. I'm going to do a detox this week because I'm in a lot of groups. I'm following quite a few people that essentially, I would say, cause distraction. So I'm kind of focused on what I want, where I'm going, what I need to do. And then I end up consuming some more information. And success is the boring things done well over time. And I'm going to put forward, in terms of everything that we're going to discuss today, in terms of mindset, physical fitness, nutrition, gratitude, hydration, all the things that we know we need to do to move forward. I think 95% of you already know the things that you need to do. So we don't have a knowledge problem. We don't have an information problem. Knowledge and information is inflammation. Inflammation is all over my body. And information is everywhere. What we have is an implementation problem, doing the small things right consistently over time. But also, I want you to remember, it doesn't matter what's been and gone. It doesn't matter how old you are. It doesn't matter what you've suffered. It doesn't matter what you might be dealing with right now. Right this second, this weekend, injuries, illnesses, family problems, business problems. It doesn't matter, because every single person has the opportunity to now, right this second, to draw a line in the sand and start to work towards the results, the success, the health, the wealth, the mindset, and the happiness you've always wanted. But nobody is going to do it for you. And it's certainly not about confidence. It's not about self-belief. It's not about motivation. It's not about what's happened in the past. It's about what we do now. And all of those things come after doing the work. But no matter how deeply we dig into business, nutrition, training, and everything in between, this knowledge and this information, mindset is everything. So draw a line today. And no matter where you're at, what's happened, how old you are, how overwhelmed you are, how overweight you are, how overstretched you are, however stressed, anxious, maybe even feeling depressed you are, the journey of success in business, in wealth, in health, in fitness, in finance, in body, in discipline, in willpower, in happiness. Let's face it, happiness is what we're all searching for, right? All of these mastery areas, life mastery, mindset mastery, business mastery, comes down to holding yourself accountable. Holding yourself accountable for the work you're doing or not doing. But I've said this so many times as well. You are the greatest project you will ever work on, but you have to put yourself first. Always. Always put yourself first. This isn't selfish. It's so often misunderstood. Put everyone else first and it makes you a good person. No, it doesn't. Put everyone else first and you'll be angry, reactive, tired, exhausted, run down, depressed, anxious, stressed, and everything in between. But very often, it's the smokescreen. Putting everyone else first because it makes you a good person is a very convenient smokescreen for you not doing the work on the greatest project you'll ever work on, which is yourself. It's easier, isn't it, to run around wiping everybody else's ass, run around playing Mother Teresa or Father Teresa, running around being the best friend, running around doing everything for everyone else, because that makes me feel okay about avoiding the work that I need to do on myself. But then I'm quite happy to moan about why I'm not where I am and how it's everybody else's fault because I haven't got time because I'm doing everything for everyone else. That's a decision. And it's not selfish, because think about it, whether it's as a father or mother, whether it's as a friend, whether it's a business owner, an employer, an employee, if you can't lead yourself, if you can't be accountable to yourself, if you can't do the work needed to get what you said you want, you can't set the standard. you can't take care of yourself and invest in yourself physically and mentally every day, then how on earth can you expect to lead your family? How on earth can you expect to lead your staff? How on earth can you expect to win? You can't, because all leadership first comes from self-leadership. It's the Ryanair analogy. Fit your own oxygen mask first. But as I said, the good news is you may have got all this wrong now. I could write a trilogy of books on mistakes that I've made in life, in all areas. But it's never too late to draw that line today and say, right, this is me, my life, it's all on me, nobody else. My life, my dreams, my goals, my success. And it's never too late to become the best version of yourself once you understand that you are the best project that you will ever work on. And when you do, everybody else gets the best version of you. People will make effort to be around you. They'll want to vibe off your energy, off your positivity, off your drive, off your success. They'll make an effort to get around you. They're not going to make an effort to get around someone who moans, blames, complains, justifies, and makes everything in life somebody else's fault. To smokescreen the fact that they haven't taken action towards what they said they want. Integrity. Now, some of you are older, some of you are younger, some of you are older and more successful, some of you are younger and more successful than me. But it doesn't matter. But I journaled out this morning. Why not? So many people see age as a barrier, right? What I journaled this morning was the last 43 years was a warm-up. Potentially longer, but I have at least that long to go again to work on this project that is me and my life. I have another 43 years, excluding the period when you're a kid that you don't remember, when you didn't really know what was going on. But adding in 43 years of lessons, 43 years of mistakes, 43 years of experience that I've already gained. Think about where you're at today. You can be at day one of your life, but with 40 plus years experience, knowledge, learning, schooling, courses, mistakes, lessons, gifts. And today and every day of your life can be the first day. If you choose it to be, and you're willing to drop the story about why it's different for you, why life's not fair, why other people have it easier. Of course, other people have it easier. Some people are born into millionaire families and never have to work another day in their life. But guess what? This journey isn't about them. It's about you. You. And you are the best project you will ever work on. It's not different for any of us. Every single one of us is exactly where we are supposed to be at this time in this journey called life of what we have invested so far. But we're going to have to do the work. And going back to the smokescreen, you're going to have to get very comfortable doing, saying, and being things that make you feel uncomfortable. You need to drop this story. In fact, I'm going to make a rule. Anyone who uses the phrase, "That's just out of my comfort zone," I'm going to kick you out. No, not really. But you get what I'm saying. That's how important it is. Comfort zones don't exist. They're like boundaries on counties in the UK. There's not an actual boundary, is there, between Devon and Cornwall, between Yorkshire and Lancashire? It's just a fictitious thing that's been created, just like your comfort zone. It's in your imagination. It's fictitious. It's your reason for not doing. It's your thing that you can fall back on, just like being a good person by looking after everyone else and not looking after yourself. Guess what? If you look after everyone else on the plane and you die, everyone dies. Because until you sort yourself out, you're not in the right position to be able to help other people, to perform at your best, to be your best, to have the best energy. And when we use this, oh, that's out of my comfort zone, what we really mean is, I'm worried about the outcome that might happen from doing that and how it's going to make me feel. That leads us back to being all about our feelings. And we know this. Our feelings can't dictate our actions. Our schedule has to. Our dreams has to. Because if we only do the work when we feel like it, well, that's going to be like 10% of the time. And this is what total mental performance is. This is what mindset mastery is. It's finding the strength to do the work even when you don't feel like it. But when we use this comfort zone this excuse, when we use this, I put other people first, reasoning, other people have it easier, it's different for me. All of these are very convenient stories we can tell ourselves about not doing the work. You didn't make the sale because you didn't do the sales call. You didn't get the sales call because you didn't work on your lead generation. You didn't drop the body fat because you didn't do the cardio. You didn't heal your mental health because you carried on drinking. You didn't fix your schedule because you didn't develop the habit of being able to say no. It wasn't about anyone else. It's all on us. We're in charge. We're the masters of our own destiny. We make the decisions. And those decisions are what will make or break us. But the comfort zone and that it's different for me and the I'm a technophobe and that I don't have confidence and I need someone to help me are just the convenient stories that we tell ourselves for not doing the work. Guess how I know all of that? Because I've done it all until the cows come home. Do you know how many of times I've said it's different for me? Do you know how many times I've not done the work and made it somebody else's fault? Even I can be really honest about this. You know, even moving into parenthood, and we know how different this is. Like, I blamed becoming a father in the beginning for my lack of performance because I lost time. And the truth was nothing to do with that. I just wasn't doing the work because I was tired. And then we go back to mental performance. What is mental performance? Doing the work even when you don't feel like it. Why don't you feel like it? Because you're tired. Drop me a yes if this is making sense so far. But I've blamed other people for restricting my progress. And they didn't restrict my progress. They didn't do anything. Life just happened and I wanted to blame someone for not doing the work. I have spent absolutely hours in my own head blaming that at times, blaming becoming a dad, blaming my past, blaming other people. And the truth was, I wasn't doing the work. I wasn't showing up. And the reality is ownership time, right? If this is you, if you keep making up these excuses about being a parent, having a job, physical conditions, mental conditions, and whatever other story you keep telling yourself about why you're not showing up for yourself, the greatest project you'll ever work on, then at least own it like I have now. Becoming a parent hasn't held me back. I held me back. But when we're not doing the work, we want to find someone or something to blame. Why? Because it makes us feel better. Same reason people gamble, same reason people drink, same reason people take drugs. Some reason people like Richie Bleakley eat cake. Because it makes us feel better about the fact we didn't do the work, and we want to feel better. But as long as we're stuck in this cycle of blaming, complaining, justifying, we're not going nowhere. So accept the lessons, take ownership, be honest, and say, do you know what? At least now I know, don't I? I know that I didn't do the work. So what do I know that I need to do better? And all these are like, again, this is brutal honesty for me. Do you know how many times, I should probably publicly apologize to her as well. Do you know how many times I blamed Nat or blamed Logan for me not being able to do the work that I wanted to do to move my life forward? When the reality is, if I actually went into those days, and there were hundreds of them, when I blamed and kicked off and shouted and got angry, we all do it, we're all human. If I actually looked at those days when I didn't have time because I was a dad, because of other people, probably spent 3 to 4 hours pissing around on my phone, not doing the work. I probably spent 3 to 4 hours being angry about how everyone else and everything in the world was holding me back, and poor old Lee, when I could have been doing the work, but I didn't, because I was blaming, moaning, complaining, justifying. I get it. I do it. I've done it. But this is it. That's you. At least own it. But if you want to uncover your true potential, this version of you that you've always wanted to be, these results you've always wanted, this dream life, it's different for everyone. It might be the dream car, the dream house, the dream partner, the dream body, the dream career. You're going to have to do a lot of things that make you feel uncomfortable. You're going to have to drop the story about how it's different for you, and you're going to have to stop blaming, complaining, and justifying, because you're in charge. And your level of success, my level of success, will always be a reflection of the amount of time I've been willing to invest in myself and the amount of hard work I've done. Not just when it's easy, not just when I'm motivated, not just when I feel like it, but when it's hard, when it's triggering me. Make sense? As we said, this is total mental performance. Doing what needs to be done even when we don't feel like it. We all have time. Get up an hour earlier. Go to bed earlier. Actually plan your day out and look at where the time is. You, I, all of us, collective, right? Some people will not train today. Some people will not track their food today. Some people will not do any mindset work today. Some people won't even watch this video. Hi, people not watching this video. And they will have a reason, an excuse, or a justification as to why they didn't do the thing, why they didn't do the work. And then that's the reason why they didn't do it, because it was someone else's fault, because they were busy, because of work, because of kids, because of family. But if I got every single one of them in a room, right, and went from 5 a.m. until 10 p.m. and said, right, guys, round table, let's get the pen and paper out and let's all write down exactly to the T, is that the word? To the second, to the minute. What have we been doing since 5 a.m. this morning until 10 p.m. tonight? Can anyone, what's it called? Can't think of the word. Virtually look me right in the eye right now. So you didn't have time to train for 1 hour today. You didn't have time to do any mindset work today. There wasn't any time when you could have done it in the car. There wasn't any time between 5 a.m. and 6 a.m. this morning. There wasn't any time between 9 p.m. and 10 p.m. tonight. There wasn't any time on the lunch break. There wasn't any time whatsoever when you could have exercised whilst listening to some mindset work for 1 hour today And there wasn't any time when you could have planned your food. There wasn't any time that Saturday and Sunday just gone. There wasn't any time when you could have sat down and planned this week's food. Can anyone genuinely get in the comments now on Facebook or on Zoom and say, yes, Lee, there categorically isn't 1 hour in my day today when I can do exercise and listen to a video, even if it's a walk from home between 5 a.m. and 10 a.m. You might say, well, I don't get up till 7. Well, that's great. You've uncovered the first habit. Start getting up an hour earlier if you want what it is you say you want. Stop making BS excuses about not being a morning person. There's not morning people and morning people. There's people who give a crap enough to get up and want to do the work, and there's people that don't and want to make it someone else's fault. The end. So there isn't, not one comment. So that means there's not one person who can't do the daily work that's needed to achieve world-class results, but you're finding a reason not to. So value yourself high enough to want more. And if you can't do it for yourself, do it for your family. Value yourself high enough to do the work, because you deserve to give yourself 100%. You deserve the life that you have always truly wanted. You deserve everything, and I want that for you more than anything in the world. And just remember, when you get this right, when you are on fire, every single person in the world gets the best version of you. When you think about it, which is the best version for the kids? Happy, confident, driven mum who's focused on a career, getting up early, getting to bed on time, doing the work, dropping body fat, fitness is getting better. She's got more energy to run around with the kids. She's happy all the time. People are making an effort to be around her. She's eating healthy. Everything's benefiting: hair, teeth, nails, skin. She feels incredible just because she was willing to show up for herself for 90 minutes a day. Which version do the kids get? Which is the best version? Or mum who's anxious, stressed, tired, doesn't plan, snacks on crap, doesn't exercise, doesn't do any mindset work, doesn't plan a day, and spends the whole day angry, reactive, putting out fires, snapping at people because she's tired, because she stayed up late on Netflix, she got up late, she hadn't planned the day, everything went to shit the second she got out of bed, and life rolls like that on a daily basis. Which is the version that you want your kids to have? Because that version is a choice. So you put yourself first and they get the best version, or you put everyone else first and they get the worst version, which is why putting yourself first is the most unselfish thing you can. Work harder on yourself than you work on your career. This is another big one. Business owners or employees, this badge of how many hours they work, because they're not productive, because they're not planning, because they don't have strategies, they haven't looked into how to scale. But again, it's the world's best excuse for not doing the work on yourself. Too busy at work. How many, like, this is more men than women, and I don't want this ever to turn into a sexism conversation. Like, I reckon, like, I haven't really got any friends apart from you guys. I love you all. Thanks for being here. But the few friends that I do have, or people that I liaise with, I almost guarantee you, if I would almost probably bet my house on it. Most modern day men. Hey, buddy, how you doing? Busy. Fucking busy, mate. Just so busy. The thing is, I work really long hours, and what with kids and just busy, mate. Busy idiots. And it's so true. And as soon as you say that to someone, it'll trigger the hell out of them. And it might be triggering you now. And if it is, good. Because when we get triggered, it's because it's something that's within us that we're doing that we're not yet willing to admit. When we can admit it, we can take ownership. When we can take ownership, we can make a plan. We've got integrity and honesty, and then we can move forward towards what it is we say what we want, which is working on the best project we'll ever work on, which is ourselves. But we have to take this ownership and be honest about it, right? But people work harder for their boss than they work on themselves. They work harder for their family than they work on themselves. In fact, they work harder on pretty much anything they can in the world, whilst moaning about not being where they want to be, because it allows them an excuse to not do the work on themselves, to do the thing they want, because essentially it's more uncomfortable than wiping everyone else's la derrière. Those of you who don't know, that's French for bottom, I do believe. See, I did listen at school. I might have got that really wrong. So how does this all start? It starts with understanding mindset is everything. It starts with upgrading your mindset. And whether you're new, old, or like Lee Newell, been here for nearly 6 years, 7 years. Imagine how life looks. Just 90 days of exercising every day. Fuck rest days there for the week. Sorry, dropped an F-bomb. Sorry, kids. Don't swear, it's not cool. 90 days of exercising daily. It's not hard, guys. It's 1 hour out of your day. Choose your hard. Through the hardness of exercising for 1 hour every day, we'll get the hardness being overweight, overwhelmed, stressed, unfit, getting out of breath. 90 days of working on your mindset every day. Guess what? You can multitask and do them at the same time. 90 days of planning your food, eating healthy and hydrating. 90 days of planning your day in, we've got one to hand. Here's one I prepared earlier. Either your 90-day planner, if you are on the Unbreakable monthly up-level plan, or the PDF of that planner, if you've just joined the Unbreakable 90-day body transformation challenge. Setting exciting goals. You should by now have done those videos at the beginning of the mindset. If you haven't, why are you avoiding them? Because they make you feel uncomfortable. Because once you do them, you're going to have to do the work. This is why 90%, like if you guys knew how many people inquire to join this plan, and they want it so bad. Lee, I'd do anything to lose weight. I'd do anything to heal my mental health. Anything at all, Lee. Apart from invest some money and exercise daily and do some mindset work, because that's too tough. So again, they're in that zone of they want the results, but they don't want to do the work. And when you probe them, it means they have to let go of who they are. They have to stop eating the shit. They have to stop making excuses. And when it comes down to, wow, once I click that button and invest that money, I can tell he's the type of guy that's not going to allow me not to do the work. Too uncomfortable. I'd sooner stay as I am because it's easier. Easy road, easy road, hard life. Hard work, easy life. Something like that. 90 days of planning your day. 90 days of setting exciting goals that you want to work on. 90 days of working on your business. 90 days of being accountable. Just 90 days from now will take you to new levels of the game, levels that you didn't even know existed if you're willing to drop the story and start doing the work. Stop avoiding discomfort. Stop making excuses. Take ownership and start doing what you said you would to get what you said you want. And that starts with you, with working on you. So we have to get clear on what we want. Too many people as well, by the way, getting lost on the why. We can't have a why until we know what we want. It's no good understanding the emotional reasons why we want to do something if we don't know what it is that we want. So we have to get clear on the destination. Then we need to understand why we want to get to the destination. Then we need the plan that takes us from where we are to the destination. Then we need the accountability and emotional support along the way. Just like the postcode in the sat nav gives you pinpoints all the way back. Then you need to keep checking it every 5 minutes to make sure you're on track. Then you need help and support. The voice saying, hey, turn left, turn right. How are you doing today? Are you okay? That's what you have here. But if you commit to showing up just for 90 days, I'm not even asking you for 9 months. You do it for 9 months, you do it for 9 years. Wow. Do you know if you do something every day for 3 years, you will be considered an expert in that thing? Mad that, isn't it? Just 3 years. So when you're committed to showing up and doing the work, no matter how tough it gets, no matter how uncomfortable it is, no matter how much you don't want to go, no matter how tired you are, no matter how busy you are, and especially when you don't feel like it. Like, if you really want to drop body fat, get up and go for a run or a walk for 1 hour every single day for the next 90 days. If you can't do that, or it's too tough, or it's too uncomfortable, this is the truth bomb. You don't really want to lose the weight. You don't really want to get shredded. You don't really want to get lean. It's just a nice idea. But when it comes down to getting up at 5 a.m. every day, to maybe go out for 45 minutes for 90 days consecutive, oh, God, Christmas and birthdays and this holiday and that and everything in between and yada, yada, yada. Do you get where I'm coming from, right? Both options are okay. I'm not here to tell you how to live your life, but I believe you're here because you want more. So if you want more, commit to doing the work. And I guarantee you this, you're never, ever going to regret one of those runs. You're never, ever going to regret watching a mindset video. You're never going to regret asking for help. You're never going to regret anything that is a positive action towards your future. Has anyone ever said? Not really working this interaction thing here, am I? Because there shouldn't be any yeses. But we'll drop me a no instead. Have you ever watched comment no on Facebook or Zoom? Have you ever watched a mindset video? Have you ever come on one of these lives and gone, oh my God, I wish I hadn't watched that? Have you ever gone for the run and thought, I really regret going for that run. I wish I hadn't done it. Have you ever asked for help and then regretted asking for help? Have you ever invested time into working on your business and then gone, do you know what? I wish I hadn't gone on that course. I wish I hadn't done that learning. I wish I hadn't listened to that audiobook. I wish I hadn't done that gym session. I wish I hadn't had that awkward conversation. I wish I hadn't stood up for myself. I wish I hadn't anything. Anything that's a positive action. Have you ever done it and then gone, oh my God, I wish I hadn't done that? No. So just do it more. It's that simple. Like even this, right? Like I thought, right, I want to leave them with something as a task on the end of this video, right? And I'm like, right, what can I do now? What could we do instantly that will have a massive impact, right? And I thought, I'm just going to brain dump. So this is without me even thinking about it. This was in like 30 seconds. So what action steps could we take today that will lead to world-class results on this project we are working on, which is ourselves, which is the greatest project we'll ever work on? As I said, and mindset is everything. Number 1, track your food, eat healthy. Number 2, complete the planner, morning and evening routine. Number 3, drink 2 liters of water. Number 4, go to bed at 10 p.m. Actually get into bed, get off your phone and get up at 5 a.m. 45 minutes exercise whilst listening to mindset every day. 5 minutes dream life visualization before you go to bed and before you get up. Practice gratitude every day. When you get out of bed, say thank you. Think of 10 things you're grateful for. Think about who needs you to show up for them today and why. Be grateful for what you've got. You know, when we moan about our kids, some people haven't got their kids. Some people's kids were murdered. Think about that. Some people aren't able to have kids. Think about that. It's deep, that. But practice gratitude. Practice leadership. Practice getting uncomfortable. Do things that make you feel uncomfortable. Seek out discomfort. Practice confidence. Don't watch the news. Learn to say no. Follow inspiring people on social media. Unfollow negative negheads. Reduce your screen time. Sign up for a course. Go for the job you've always wanted. Do the education. Get a new qualification. Read a book. Do something for charity. That was just a brain dump. But these are not big things. And remember, as I said, mindset is everything. Get the mind on point, put yourself first, work on the greatest project there ever is that you daily, don't blame, don't complain, don't justify, get the mind right, do the work, don't make excuses, forget the smoke screens, drop the story, draw a line under the sun, create the project of you, get the mind on fire, and the body will follow. Peace. I love you all.